Hi guys, this is Michelle once more, and I really want to apologize for staying too long without coming up with content. And I'm promising that I'm going to come up with more and more content. And yeah, I just want you to forgive me for not doing a lot for quite a long time. And we've been facing Corona, and yeah, people were dying all over the world. Um, and coming up with a content that is not corona related or virus related during that time, it would have been not fair. That's how I felt. So I just want to apologize, and I'm here to creating content, and I'm gonna share my life experiences with you guys from the moment I stopped until whenever. Anyway, I'm going to share with you about my life experiences concerning long distance relationship, and I'm really going to start with the most crucial one, which is communication. Okay, we all know long distance relationship would only be reliable through communication, like talking to each other. And now we can video chat, we can do so many things through the uh, digital technology that we have. So yeah, when it comes to communication, actually, let's talk about different accents. uh, you're in Kenya, you've never been elsewhere in the world apart from Kenya, right? So you're dating someone from the Western countries, let's say America or just somewhere in Europe. Um, so the way we pronounce things, or the way I have been pronouncing things for the most part of my life until now, I just realized that I've been pronouncing things really differently and maybe wrongfully. Yeah. So when it came to communication, yeah, when I said, when it came something serious and I tried explaining, it reached a point where he couldn't understand what I was saying because of the way I was pronouncing things. And this is how I've been taught. So the way he'd said things and the way I did was really different. But the good part is that he learned to understand me, and I'm also learning to pronounce these words in a rightful manner. Yeah, so the accent was really an issue because I talk like a Kenyan. I talk like African, or let me say my accent is totally different from his. And so, yeah. Another thing I would say is culture. Okay, he thinks that being an African in Africa, we should be wearing the kitenges more often, because this is what they are. This is what they know when they are there about us, but they don't really have the experience of being in Africa, living with the Africans and knowing what we wear and all these things. So they think that we're supposed to be wearing hide and skin for the most part, but yeah, but this is not really what's it. We just wear some clothes like the kitenge only on special occasions like pre-weddings, engagement ceremonies, all the koitos and the rashi. This is when we just wear this kitenge, or sometimes even we go with them to church. I mean, it's the most decent outfit you would wear when you wanted to attend any function. So he thinks that I'm supposed to be wearing these kitenges and it's all over, like in every kind of shop and all these things. So if we wear what we are wearing right now, they think that we are somehow making our culture to vanish, and we're not embracing our culture, but that's not it. These vitenges, we have special occasion that we've always set aside for those clothes for us to wear them during that specific moment. And Another thing is that Americans somehow think African women are super submissive. They have that notion that we're supposed to be super submissive, and that we just take everything that our husband or the people we are dating tell us, So they just think that the submissiveness is just there, like automatically. They just don't know that sometimes it depends with the way you and your partner are, the way you understand each other, the way you carry out things, the way you communicate, the way just generalizing, carrying out yourselves together, the two of you, the way you do things generally, So they think that African women are supposed to be submissive, and if you're not, they just think that we're being fucked up by the westernized countries through watching their movies, watching their series, listening to their music. That's what they think, But I think that's an old stuff. I mean, it's so outdated, because I don't think we just do things just because someone wants to do it. I believe in talking to each other, coming up with a solution, and understanding that the other person is okay with this and the other person is not okay with the other thing. It's not just submissiveness. The way they put it is just like, if a man coughs, we just like bow down to them and all those. So this is the perception they have, and if you're not like so, they'd be like, you just like American people. I'm so shocked that you Africans are also becoming like Americans and all these things, or maybe people from the Europe. Yeah, and another thing is the love language. What's your spouse's love language? Do you know your spouse's love language? Is it physical touch? Is it act of service? Is it receiving gifts? What is it? You have to learn this. And because it's long distance relationship, actually trying to understand what your spouse's love language is, becomes a bit difficult, because the mastery in that, you have to really understand what does my guy like, what does he not like, and owing to the fact that the love language is well known properly when you're physically with the person, but when it's just video calling and talking over the phone, for the most part of the relationship, it's kind of difficult to understand what the love language is, But I'm glad I came to understand that, and I'm glad he also understands mine, and that's so good, I just like receiving gifts. It makes me feel appreciated, makes me feel special, makes me feel like somebody's baby, Yeah, that's what it makes me feel. And I mean, what else can make me happy when the relationship is long distance, You just have to surprise your baby na hizi mavitu ndio asikie tu fiti. Sisi ndio baby girls. And for you also, if your man likes something out of the love language list, just do it for him. Mfanyie. Yeah, do it for him. Mfanyie, afurahie. Just express these feelings and show people that you love them while you still can. And I mean, love is a beautiful thing, So yeah. Another thing is the insecurity. Actually, for the most part, I've seen long distance relationship, people are so insecure, especially the men, because they'd be like, where are you going? Will you be safe? Is that Uber driver? Is that the Uber that you'll be requesting? Are you sure it's gonna be safe and all these things? How are you dressing? Who are the people you'll be partying with? Where are you? When are you getting home? They're so insecure, but yeah, insecurity is allowed when we talk about love, because this shows that someone is concerned, But when sometimes it becomes toxic and you just come up with bullshit that does not even make sense, just to frustrate the other partner, you are not making anything better. You're just becoming a toxic partner, and your relationship is just gonna be one of those messes you ever come across on earth, So yeah, insecurity is an issue. And especially, the only reliable means is communication. So when your phone is off and they don't know where to reach out to you, you're not in the same country, we're not in the same continent, it becomes a little bit hectic. It becomes a little bit hectic. And then another thing is that let's talk about the flaws actually. So what happens if you're in a long distance relationship and talking over the phone, everything is just like, especially when the relationship is starting, we are just on euphoric stage and you seem to be coping up with everything, he seems to be coping up with everything about you. So have you tried life together, like physically? Can you tolerate some of his nonsense? Can he tolerate some of your nonsense? This is where you come to find out that some of the flaws your partner has is not what you'd want your man or your girlfriend to have. Sometimes it becomes like really shitty, because I think it's good to spend time with people physically. Yeah, I think it's more reliable compared to just talking because you're long distance. Because here you're just talking about good things, good times, but when you're involved in like physical life together, you're there, he's here, he's sleeping there, you're sleeping here, he's cooking, or you're cooking, you're cleaning the house together, you're going out together, you know what he likes, how he dresses, how you dress. This is when you know if someone is really compatible to you, and if the two of you align. Because sometimes I just think that this is what messes people up, because when you go to visit their country, or when they come visiting your country, you find like they don't like how you dress, they don't like your culture, they don't like how you do everything. And sometimes it's frustrating, especially for women, because we just like doing things to make our men happy. So these are just some of the few things I was going to share with you people, and let's catch up in the next episode. Yeah, so thanks for your time, and kindly share, ask people to subscribe, so that they would stay tuned, when I come up with something that I want to upload. Yeah, and I'm gonna do most of the talks just here, just creating content so that I would share with you people. And thank you for your time. Bye. Ciao.